And now for something completely different.
All right, coming up next, everybody, all of you Metal-O-Maniacs out there, I got something very special in store for you because I'm joined by the Black Order, one of my favorite new things, and we're about to world premiere a song from these guys, as a matter of fact, man. What's up, guys? How you doing tonight?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
I am fucking better now that I'm talking to you guys, man, for real. We're fans around here.
Awesome, man. Thank you very much. Appreciate it a lot.
A little bit of background for those who are new to the show, perhaps. We played a jam from you guys a while back. We played I Am the Harbinger, which is a badass jam, by the way, also.
Thank you very much.
So we're long-term fans, man. I'm super glad to be joined by you guys.
Well, we appreciate it, man. Very, very much.
Well,
finally got a chance to get on the show.
Yeah, dude. And we're on fire these days, man. Thanks to all you Metal-O-Maniacs out there. We're on fire and kicking ass, and I love you fuckers for it. But I guess to kick things off, man, introduce yourselves, guys.
I'm Ian. I do the guitar and vocals of the band.
I'm Cole. I just play drums.
Hey, just play drums. Drummers are hard to come by. I talk to bands every week these days, man, and drums are like fucking unicorns, man. So.
Very lying.
And who are the other guys that aren't here right now? Who are the other guys that make up the Black Order show?
Right now it's just us two. Usually we're only a three-piece band. Right now it's just us. We don't have a bass player, but we've been doing everything in our own studio for the last few months. So we're just trying to build on our own right now, and we're gonna get one eventually when everything opens up. We can go back on tour and stuff. But right now we're just him and I just working it.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I'll tell you what, we were literally just talking about this a couple of weeks ago on the show. That's such a sign of the times. I think for most genres, but in particular for metal, that people are, as a result of the pandemic, people are fragmented somewhat, but that has not stopped production, my friend,
No, yeah, you still got to keep the musical fusion.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man.
We've had, a handful of other bass players and no disrespect to them whatsoever. Like Cole and I, we just get it. You know what I mean? It just works between us, and we usually are on pretty similar wavelengths with most stuff. And any tips he ever gives me is just like grosser, make it more gross.
The product we're after.
Yeah.
And it is just unspoken word. Just we know how to get there.
It's like I see what you're saying, and you don't even have to say it, and I got it.
Yeah, dude, I'll tell you, man, there are few things, we say all the time on the show, if you get a marriage to fucking work these days, you're pulling off a miracle, and that's two fucking people, let alone you get 4 or 5 people in the same room, that's almost impossible. But if you do get 2, 3, 4 people together with the same vision, man, something beautiful usually happens, and that's what's happened here, sir.
Yeah, it's pretty tough to do. I mean, like I said, normally we only do 3 people. We've only ever done 3 people in the band. And I mean, for us, like, it works for us. It's less bullshit. It's less people. It's less egos. You know what I mean? Like, we all know how it works. Like, let's just cut the shit. Like, and if we can make it, just between him and I right now, when we need that other piece, then we'll get that other piece, But right now, him and I are just trying to bust out songs, and that's all we're doing right now. So,
well, man, if vitriol is an indication of where you're going with this thing, then I fucking fully endorse it, my brother.
Thank you.
I got something in common with you too, because I've only ever done 3 people at the same time too. So anyway, moving on. But now, tell me a little bit about you guys bringing this project together, sir.
Well,
how far do you 2 go back together even?
Oh man. He was 19, I think, when he joined the band.
Fuck yeah, brother. That's good shit.
So.
Yeah, so I've been with the band like 6 years. I started in the band like 2014, but the band started in what, like 2010?
2008? 2009. We put our first record out in 2010.
Fuck yeah.
So I was still in junior high, like when the band started. So you had to wait for me to grow up.
Yeah.
Hey, they're still waiting for that from me around here, so fuck it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's a good thing.
But
that's good shit, right?
Yeah, I mean, we've been, in and out with a handful of, musicians, and they're hard to come by, and it's hard to have people that want to do exactly what you want to do. I mean, and touring is tough, and it's a labor. You know what I mean? And then I think I bumped into this guy at the local guitar shop, and that was pretty much it. You know, I sent him some songs, and he learned them in, I don't know, 20 minutes or something like that. And then,
No, it was before that. We met at a guitar shop, and I knew that they were going on tour like soon or whatever. And I was just some dumbass jerk off, like sitting in my house, just playing drums, doing whatever. And I was like, "Hey, you ever need a drummer? Let me know."
Fuck
Like,
yeah.
I don't think it was till like a year or two later that like they were like, "Hey, we need a drummer." And I was like, "Ooh." Like, still
Over here, bro.
Yeah.
and then, I mean, I think we did like, I don't know, we were doing like 3, 4, 5 tours a year.
Nice.
You know, where, I mean, we're doing 2, 3, 4, 6 weeks, maybe, who knows how long. So we hit it hard for a while. And, you know, now that, you know, we had a bass player who, we took him on tour one time. He really didn't like it. So we kind of cut the touring down. And then, but him and I, we love doing it.
Yeah.
I
don't know how people do, like, touring sucks, but like
Yeah.
it's still like it's fun, man.
Yeah.
You're out doing what you planned on doing when you were 6 years old.
Yeah.
Man, right, dude. You know, the line for the roller coaster blows nut, but it feels good going down the ride, baby. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
You know, and so right now, you know, with all, you know, obviously the pandemic and not being able to tour and all this stuff, it was cool actually because it gave us a break from doing that, and then it let us kind of refocus on building like a band infrastructure.
right on.
You know, we did that, and then we built this studio that we have, and now we're like 100% self-sufficient, and we can just pump out songs whenever we want. Like we've the epitome of DIY, and it's working out well for us. So
Well, in a shitty way, it's like thanks to COVID that we were able to like hunker down,
yeah,
get all our ducks in a row, and now we can like when COVID's gone, we would just be like straight out of cannon.
yeah.
Fuck yeah, brother.
Being gone.
Hey, let me know, man. I'll help light the fucking, the fucking wick on that fucker.
Hell yeah,
Right,
dude.
I'm ready. Shit, we're gonna do part of that tonight, even because I believe letting everybody out there hear this Vitriol song is gonna be a little bit of ignition for you fuckers out there, man. You guys ain't ready. I'm telling you, it's a banger, brother.
Did you get a chance to check it out?
Oh man, yeah, over and over again here in the studio, brother. We've broken some things. The bill's coming. You know, for some of the shit that used to be on my desk. You know, I'll send you the bill, but
Send it to Cole.
Yeah.
talk to me
take
about this song and what will be. I know it's coming out as a single officially this Friday, but talk to me a little bit about this song in particular. Yeah.
Well,
It's angry.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm angry.
so
Yeah.
If your brain works,
so,
you're fucking angry.
Mm-hmm.
a few months ago, I got this new guitar from this company, and I wanted to write a song to demo the guitar. Now, I didn't have any plans on making it like a band song, like a Black Order song. I just wanted to do something just to show off the guitar, really. And I had played part of it for Cole and our former bass player John, and they both liked it, and because it is entirely different than the other stuff that we've done. So I just kind of worked on it and then put it together and slapped some ominous lyrics on there, and then away we went. But compared to our last record or any of our other stuff, it is quite different. It's quite a bit heavier. My vocals are a bit more extreme on
More
this.
abrasive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and being able to do everything ourselves, we can like we're not like master engineers or anything, but we know like we've done this long enough that we know what the sound we're trying to get.
Right.
And it's so much easier to cut out that middleman of having like an engineer with you trying to describe the sound you're going after. Like we just know,
Yeah.
and we just like straight to the point try to get it.
Yeah, with us, like he said, with having our own studio, like, and I mean, in no disrespect to any other studios we work
Right.
with, it's just nice having our own time. And like when I cut the vocals for that song, I sat right here in this chair, and I worked on it for a few hours, and then like I just tried different stuff. And for me, I have always felt like on our former records that my vocals were my most insecure thing. So being able to do it in our own space and have my own time and just try shit and not have to worry about looking like an idiot or wasting studio time, that's been the biggest benefit for me vocally so
Yeah. And to find your
He
comfort.
cares what he sounds like.
far. Right. Fuck me.
Hey, you found it, brother. I'm telling you, I like the end result. That's what matters, right? Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
There's something to be said for finding your comfort level, man. For finding the, and that does take. I believe that's something that we're going to see changing going forward. With, like you said, there's less restrictions on studio time now. Almost everybody's, at this point, got a DIY situation, especially as the result of COVID. You know, if there's anything COVID has changed in this music world, it's definitely been that. There are people at home in their basement building studios these days, but I do think that gives you that time to find that comfort. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it really has. I mean, it forces you to, either shit or get off the pot. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have the extra money to be throwing on studio time, and like he doesn't either. We have kids and families and all that stuff, and
Right.
so learning how to do it on your own has been the best thing for us. And there's definitely a million things that we don't know, and we're super naive to a lot still.
Even like as far as like having the best gear, like you don't need expensive gear to like have your own studio. Like before we got like all these mics and stuff, I was using a clip on my kick drum and then just recording guitar and vocals into my phone.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Just to make it
it can be done. You just got to put some effort into it.
Yeah. Watch a YouTube video.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we've come a long way, man. And I love that. I believe that that's going to lead to so many more badass releases that, that's why our thing is stronger now than, if you ask me, I'm old as fuck. I'll be the first to admit it. I got gray hair hanging from my nuts to my knees, but I remember the 80s thing, and we're just as strong today as we were then. Every bit of it.
Yeah, it's a different time, but like metal shows its strength and it goes in phases, but it's still always like rock solid.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think we're experiencing a fucking wave right now for sure.
That kind of resurgence of the underground kind of thing. It's kind of going.
Yeah.
About time.
I'm super happy to leech off of it from this position in this chair and try to I'm pushing it like a drug every week, man. I'm out here every week like, man, have y'all heard the new Black Order? What's up? God damn it. So what are you guys listening to, man, on a personal level? What do you got playing through your playlist right now?
Huh?
What are you listening to?
What am I listening to? I don't know. Well, my son's forcing me to listen to a lot of Dire Straits right now.
Hey, man, like I just said, I'm old, so I can get down with some of that, brother.
Dire Straits, Bee Gees, and what was it? Men with Hats.
Men Without Hats. Yeah, there you go.
Men Without Hats. Yeah.
All shit. If you break out some disco moves in a minute, man, that'll be the lead thing in our commercial.
We were listening to some Mario Speedwagon on the way here to the studio.
Yeah. See.
What's funny is that a lot of people don't. I mean, I can't speak for other bands, but like for us on tour, Cole and whoever else, whoever the bass player was, they would always sleep at night. I always did the night drive, and I'll drive 8 hours or 10 hours or something like that at night, but I'm probably listening to like doo-wop or 70s music or something like the
most silly ass crap you can think of.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that, brother?
Well, for us, like we have to have that detachment. We just can't listen to blast all the time.
Let me tell you the story, the fucking Colt 45 story down the highway. When I woke up at like 6 a.m. and you were just like, go. Okay. So here's the kind of like shift we have with like music. It kind of goes with it. But here, I'll just tell you. So we were on tour one time and like we're playing heavy shit every night, right? You think we're always like listening to whatever's cycling through our playlist, regular heavy shit. But he drives at night, like he said. And I'm sleeping in the front seat one night, and I wake up and it's like 5 o'clock in the morning. It was just daylight, probably 5:30, 6 o'clock. And I look over and he's just holding a Colt 45, like with it shaking, and just blasting Van Halen, just driving 100 down the highway. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
I forgot all about that because
Yeah.
I was driving and I had like these shades on, my eyes were bloodshot. And, so yeah, he wakes up, he's like, what the hell's going on? And I'm like this. And I turned around and I pulled my shades up. I was like, it's fucking Van Halen time. You know?
Like, oh shit! And I had to grab another Colt 45.
I mean, it was just daylight, and I'm fucking doing 80 at least.
Oh yeah.
Well, and then John's like,
Oh, yeah.
our old bass player's like, hey, you probably shouldn't be drinking and driving. And he's like, it's all right, John. I'll just drink it faster.
So Van Halen, baby.
Because we had weed in the band, and then we had his loaded gun sitting in the console. So John, our old bass player, wakes up. He's like, dude, it smells like liquor in here. There's weed. There's a fucking loaded gun. And I was like, John, it's malt liquor. All right. And then he's like, he's bitching about me, drinking and driving. And I was like, you know what, man? I was like, you're absolutely right. I was like, it was very irresponsible of me. It's like, I was like, so I'll just drink these other two real fast.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, yeah, man.
Then I won't be drinking no more, baby.
He's fucking pissed, and it's
It's
6
just
in the
like
morning.
it's so hard. Like you don't get a lot of times where you wake up in a band at 6 in the morning. It's immediately a fucking party.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah,
So
baby.
that was fun.
Oh
But
man.
it's like it's just us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we're one of those bands that like when we would go on tour, we wouldn't ask for crazy things to happen. They just happen. We used
Part
to
of the
have
gig,
this,
brother.
We used to have this guy in the band who when he would want to do shots, he would roll his hand like this. He'd go, shot time. We were in Richmond, Virginia one time, playing at this place, and we start doing it, before the show even starts. We have our merch table set up, and we're just doing it. By the end of the show, the entire fucking club is literally going like, shot time. No, I mean, everybody in the place is doing this dumb shit that we're doing.
Fuck yeah, that's good shit, man.
It's things like that make it like that's what makes it fun.
Yeah, that's the magic of it.
Him and
man.
where were we? The shooting range.
Oh yeah.
We were in I think South Carolina one time, and our old bass player, he had a buddy who lived in the middle of the Francis Forest, and they wanted to watch football, and him and I we don't give a shit about football. So we found out there was a shooting range like a couple miles down the road. So we didn't even take the trailer off the van. We just went down to the shooting range. We pull in, and everybody's like in camo, and they got rifles, and they got the whole bit. You know what I mean?
There's people in like fucking ghillie suits. I don't know why. We're a shooting.
So him and I,
They're ready for war.
At least, we haven't showered in at least a week by this point. And we're in like shorts and cutoff shirts. Yeah. We didn't have hearing protection. I literally just put headphones in my ears. Yeah. And so
he looks sad and downtrodden. Just two dudes walking up with one fucking snub-nosed 57 Magnum.
So we walk up to the thing, and there's kind of no, proper form or whatever. There's just a table. So we just walk up, and we're like, and he just cocks it and shoots, and this guy next to him just jumps back, and he looks at Cole, and he's like, boom! He's like, hey, you want to move the fuck around? And Cole's like, he just looks at me and goes, I don't know what that means. Yeah. Like, and the guy walks away. And so we only shot 6 shots. Yeah. And then the guy was like, he comes up, he's like, look, man, he's like, I'm really sorry. He's like, that gun made my eyes shake when you shot it. And we wound up.
No, by the time we were done, we shot like a whole box of ammo. By the time we were done, there was like, it went from everybody like at their stand to just a U of like dudes in ghillie suits, like all just like a fucking,
just around
like it was
us.
a display.
Yeah.
Just everybody like watching us pop this hand cannon off. Just every time you shoot it, you just
And then that night, him and I sat in the trailer, and it was pouring down rain, and we just listened to old Rush and just drank 40s, and that was the night. So
Fuck
in the
yeah.
pitch black.
Russian 40s, man. That might be the name of them. If I wrote a book about my teenage years, that might be the name of it, man. Russian then 40s.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah. Code of the road, man.
Yeah.
Well, dude, you gotta miss being on the road, don't you?
Yeah. I mean, it's like it's tough. It's hard on your body. It's hard on your family. It's hard on your work life. It's hard on everything.
Right.
But and even when the shows suck, like you have to remember you're out doing what you want to do with the people that you care about the most. Like
yeah, man.
you're out playing music that you wrote with your friends, and
Yeah. Well, the only things that really make it suck is when we get like screwed on money.
yeah.
But if we got enough money to like get food and get to the next town, like like I can die now.
Yeah, you're good.
Good
And like even with us, even when we haven't eaten or showered or anything like that, like
That's the most fun part.
yeah,
The most
fuck
fun
yeah.
night is on the night of the 8th night you haven't showered.
when you're like loading in and you can smell your own dick, like
Hey, the grittier
awful,
the better,
but-
man.
But like even though through all that stuff, like people came to see you, and you need to be able to perform, and you need to be able to make good impressions to people, because if it's their first time ever seeing you, like you have to make that good impression, because if not, they'll tell everybody, hey, don't fucking watch it, man. These
Right,
guys
they
suck.
suck. Yeah.
Or
So
assholes, whatever it may be, and I'm not going down with it.
Fuck yeah, man.
So
Even if your balls smell like a bag of Funyuns, you got to go out there and bring the A game, baby.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's what the fuck it's about, man. Hey, that's what the metal thing is, brother, right? I mean, shit. Fuck yeah. Well, and to keep those units moving, man, what's the best place for these Metal-O-Maniacs out there? I know that the single comes out on Friday. Will there be a follow-up album at some point? What's your strategic approach here, sir?
Well, I believe what we're going to do is we're going to be releasing singles. Like
Sign of the times, my friend.
Yeah, we want to do one like every 6 weeks or so.
I like it.
And then,
It's the way to go now.
well, you know what I mean? It keeps everything moving, and by the time the one starts to slow down, we got another one that's coming out. And then when all those get, not all of them, but when we get a handful of them out, then we'll compile them to a record and just re-release the entire record. You know what I mean?
And hopefully right around that point, you'll be able to hit the road with the fucking thing too.
Yeah, hopefully. We're just trying to build up all the markets. That way, when we go to places, we have, a better market. We can hopefully make some actual money from it. Because, touring don't pay shit. It really don't. All the venues, not all of them, but a lot of venues, they just find which way they can to not fucking pay you. Which is a very sad thing, and happens to a lot of bands. And that's why a lot of bands don't do it anymore. Because there ain't no money in it.
Yeah. It's a sad thing, man.
Also,
when you go into touring, don't think of it as like, oh, I'm going to do this thing. I got to try. You got to think like this is a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like you gotta take everything for what it is.
Yeah.
Something sucks ass, forget it. If something kicks ass, just hold on to it as long as you can.
Damn right. Hey, that's life. Even you just described life, brother.
We have rules. We have rules within the band too, or like, we don't talk about the show. After the set is over, we don't talk about the set for at least a half an hour. That way, we might just say, all right, yeah, that seemed all right, but we don't start to dissect the set until it's been maybe like we're in the van leaving or something like that. Because, if the show sucks and you come off the stage and you're mad at somebody else, like you'll say shit that you don't mean.
Yeah, man, for sure.
You can't take it back.
You
I've
cannot.
really done that though.
What?
Yeah.
Like mad. Well,
No.
you have.
Yeah.
Hey, it happens, man.
That was one time.
Yeah. But but if the show is really good, you still want to talk about it because you might overlook the things that you did screw up.
Right.
So you always need to take that time and say,
digest that motherfucker. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to, figure out what you can do to make things more efficient, make it a better experience for people, what works best on our end, You know, it has to be a well-oiled machine, and if you're not doing that, you're missing a huge fucking part.
Right.
So,
Right.
but,
Well, that lets you digest it.
it.
Right. Every time you go out there, you're sprinkling a little bit of seasoning on that motherfucker, you know, and
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good way to say it.
you know, and over time you learn how to fucking do it that perfect way for you. So that's how that, you know, it's good shit. Well, hey man, you found a seasoning I like, brother, because I'm a fan, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
For sure. And for those fans who didn't know until now but need to know, what's the best way for them to follow you guys, man? What's the best way for them to stay on top of what you're doing?
You can find us on everything. I mean, we're you know, the Black Order Music on YouTube. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere where there's streaming sites. We're all on there.
You got a Facebook page for interaction?
Every name is the Black Order Music.
Yeah.
No spaces.
You can actually, if you go to our DistroKid right now, you can, or if you go to our Spotify account, you can pre-save Vitriol, so you'll be the first to get it next week when it comes out. So, you know, if you guys want to, if you're really interested, check that out. If you want to go to our Instagram or our Facebook, we did release a 1-minute trailer of the song. So check that 1-minute trailer out. I believe there's a link attached to it. You can just follow that link and get that pre-save.
Yeah, go pick it up, you guys, man. Support badassery. That is what we tell you all the time here on Metal-O-Mania. It's our mantra. And the Black Order certainly is exactly that, man. Badassery. I love you fucking guys, and I appreciate the fuck out of you joining us here on Metal-O-Mania for sure.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us.
You guys kick ass, man. Well, what do you say? Let's punch everybody in the face with some vitriol right now, even, and that way you Metal-O-Maniacs go over there and pick up the single right now and support this band, man. Get on the social media shit and tell them you love them.
Sounds good.
Fuck yeah, man. You guys kick ass. I appreciate the fuck out of your time.
Thank you, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you guys, man.
Hey, this is Ian.
This is Cole.
We're the Black Order, and you're listening to Metal-O-Mania with Rip and Scully. Keep it locked.
Man crawls into his own grave in search of hope. A desperate one.